gapping up. Okay, POF seems to be the leading here. We're kind of on this ascension here. I can't drag it down for some reason. So we're going sideways here, so it needs to break out. 7's rejecting. Maybe a dip off 650 would be good. We're in a 5-minute pullback, which is ideal. So we'll let this pull back, see how far down it wants to go. The low was 650 earlier, which provided a nice dip entry. So volume profile is also quite good. A little bit higher. 64, I missed it there. You saw that? Oh, I don't know. I kind of broke there. VWAP's all the way to 37, so I'm not really gonna take that trade. We'll see how much we pull back. This is a write-off, a trade-off VWAP here. 35, 32. Wow. I mean, it's just too risky, even if it does pop, right? VCIG looks also. Let her pull back and see what it wants to do. VCIG on the daily, it's a recent IPO. Okay, this starts to get interesting, right? Hit a high there of 24. Wow. 419. Got another pivot here at 3. And we got room up to 5. So this one looks interesting here. So volume's good. This one just broke down VCIG. Just kind of pulling back. It's below VWAP. So this one, wow, this one really sold off. If it's bouncing off the 200, off 38, but still, it's very risky. Yeah, it's made a move, but now it's kind of retracing. So I think pivots on VCIG would be around $4. $4 with BC would be good. And a 5 minute, what's the time now? 12. So we'll see what he wants to do here. I say critical level, a little bit of a pivot at around 410, 412, around there. This one's bikini to curl, VCIG. Be a little bit cheaper, Lucy. What about news on any of these? Newsroom. It's a BOF. You can gap or have news. Anything on and Lucy's kind of below VWAP as well. So Lucy pre's of 3. That looks interesting over 323.
All right, good morning. So I tend to have a habit the Tuesday after a long weekend of
taking a loss.
You know, being kind of amped up, ready to trade, and then going red. So knowing that, I make the conscientious decision to not show up too early and to remind myself to be patient and look for some good quality setups. Now I see BOF.
Stair stepping
That's
down.
a nice move from 4 to 7. So I missed it. It's coming back down now. Not sure.
POF.
You know, it was a nice micro pullback at 550. Then at 6. So, yeah. Anyways, missed that one. Volume is still fairly light across the board today. Lucy has the highest volume, up only 20%. VCIG is up 45%.
Oh, it's starting to rattle up.
VCIG, that daily chart could work. But we'll see. I don't love this pattern though, because where I like trading it is in the first leg up. This is where I really like trading stocks, that first leg up. This area here, this is where it gets choppier. So that move was from 730 to 740. It was a pretty short move, 715. So scanners are turned on. Audio alerts, I mean, are turned on. BOF being an IPO from Friday. It may bounce back up, so it just has a big range. We can see if it picks back up.
Trade, it just had a nice move up. Bounced off the 9.
Overall market pulled back.
No wonder, bro.
Friday down pre-market, coming back up a little bit right now. We knew we were due for a pullback, so that's not surprising.
You want to see a hold VU average 397.
I am okay with the Lightspeed news feed. It's okay. I mean, they have a news window there. It's not bad.
So, I mean, we just had 2 green candles in a row. What was the low of this one? The low, 379. So, it's 80, 20. So, about like, we'll call it 50 cent. Dice expensive, ECIG looking interesting. GSRMR. GSRMR. What in the world is this? No volume whatsoever. Picked 50,000. What is the daily on this? Somewhat recent IPO. It's rejecting 3, so over 3 is not bad. VCIG. The 1 minute here. Kind of cooled off. BOF. We'll have this on watch there. This one's starting a curl there. The high there was 25. Let's try. Boom. Boom. It's half. Cancel. Full. Cancel. Full. Cancel. Full. Kind of want to see a hold view up here, right? A dip entry here after 50 cents of green candle in terms of green candles. POF sold off. I mean, it's still in play. I think over 7 looks interesting. So we got Lucy, BOF, NVCIG, PCIG over 450 over high, pre-market 450, watch over 4.
Scanners are quiet for the last 15 minutes or so.
What's happening with Lucy? We'll see Lucy. Lucy going back up. Not interested unless it gets over 3.
So BOF low there, 518, 513.
This one might go higher here on Lucy. The high, the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. 60, 70. I mean, there's potential. The high level 75. But again, here kind of going sideways now, so that's not good.
It's below VWAP. You know, you could take a trade off that flat bottom at 518, but it broke to 513, and it's kind of a risky setup to take a trade, especially your first trade, a trade below VWAP.
First high to make a new high, the low is 4. You could take a flyer there, but that's a little bit risky. High is 424. Kind of just wait for it to break out of this and then go to 450. That's the safest one. So it's kind of the first fire to make a new high. So 1 minute pullback here. A little bit of a topping toe. What's volume? So Lucy, a little bit of like the red candle there, Lucy. with the volume very high. We're on VCIG. Pin doesn't matter, so BOF. Let's check BOF. Obviously level to watch is 7. That's a level everyone's going to be watching. Got a little pivot here, starts getting interesting. Right here we're watching it over 640, 660, it starts separating. But unless it does that, it's going to be very difficult for it to do that. I kind of have this declining support here. I mean, BOF.
So let's see if we have any news at the bottom of the hour.
CIGs, we don't want to see a break below 4, a little bit of a topping tail.
Hey, good morning.
Lucy VCIG. Lucy has the potential. I have 3 stocks on watch today. VCIG is looking interesting. I'm watching it for the break of 450. It broke below 4. That's not good.
It's a stronger drop on VCIG.
Yeah. We don't want to see it break below. I was really watching that 450, a little bit of a pivot at 430, then I'd be watching it, but kind of broke down. BOF, is BOF still hanging around? Still hanging around. See now, this one, I think it still has some juice in it, to be honest. And then the other one was Lucy. Lucy, not really
Yeah,
interesting.
XCLA has the AI headline there. It was a reverse split back in May. It's not a super recent. I mean, it's recent within the last month. But it already popped up following the reverse split all the way up to 885, and then it came back down to 5. So you kind of they kind of missed I think the opportunity for it to go really crazy. We'll see. It's only up 2% right now.
So I kind of drew some interesting levels here.
Yeah, I see NUWE popping up there.
NUWE. NUWE.
Really jumping around quick. There were a lot of orders going through there, sort of
Whoa.
high and low. High was 447. We're back at 399. It's easy to borrow at light speed also.
So chart's not really looking too interesting in this one. Has this it's a recent reverse split or regular? Yeah. Fami. Whoa. What's wrong with this? Hit a high of 450. So over 450 is kind of looking interesting. Latest he's kind of just in his wedge. So we're pulling back there at low 355. Relative volume, news, doesn't have any news. Only one with news is BOF. Dropped earlier, BOF. Twin UWE. Brother, shut up. So we're pulling back here. POF. Oh my god. POF's underwater. PCIG. This one's just. We got a dip there. But. It has to reclaim POF. So Lucy's just kind of just hanging around. Not really much here. We'll test this to the side. We'll pop out Ross. And
Things seem very quiet.
what
A
was
couple
wrong?
stocks popped up. BOF popped up, reversed. NUWE popped up, was easy to borrow, reversed.
I don't even know where 4 needs to get. Yeah, it does. You see, she needs to go to 450. BOF's kind of just selling off Lucy, and these are the 3 stocks that I'm watching here. This one over 350, VCIG over 450, so still early, so we can see it move up potentially.
VCIG. Let me look. I don't know. I don't think so. It's not the cleanest spot, anyways. We really want to be trading things in those first, the first leg up, second leg up if it keeps going. That's,
It's going
BOF has pulled
sideways.
back way too much. There may be opportunities in here, but it's just like this isn't the area where you're going to get big winners. I don't think. VCIG, I don't think this is the area to trade it. It's the first leg up. So that's what I was hoping to catch is some news at 8 or 8:30, 9 maybe. Leading gapper right now is VCIG at 39%. This one doesn't have any volume.
Volume aspects light. Lucy, even worse.
So I just have the scanner alerts on and
Oh, sitting away, yeah?
we'll see if something comes up.
Yeah, it's good analysis by Ross, kind of going sideways. Every stock, this one's slightly grinding up. So, NUWE. So it's just choppy, it's just so adding on a 5 minute, okay, you gotta be aware of what candle you're in. Don't hesitate critical levels. Don't get caught up on level 2. Take a glance at your charts. Tip entries, test it out. Stock sideways is asking for a haircut after missing a trade. the stock sideways, which this one's going. After missing a trade, reanalyze for next trade. Stay collected. Constantly cycle the stocks, okay. What is the tone for today? Well, stocks have popped up, but they haven't held. They're sort of going sideways, or they're stepping down. Breaking below VWAP. Slow. We already had the leg up, so. Any pattern forming pullbacks, dips. Again, this channel is going sideways. Trend lines I haven't drawn out. Flow, okay. 415. I mean, unless it can break through 450, I don't think it looks good. I really don't. And you get those pops and those fades. NUWE. NUWE.
Nice, good job. Nice with those base hits. That's great.
Ross is a little jerker. NUW. NUWE. Kind of hitting its head there. You see that? Volume aspect, not crazy. I'll take a stab at it for a dip off VWAP. BOF, BOF. This one's just selling off. Volume aspect's not the greatest. You had 3 green candles in a row with huge whips, huge ranges. Yeah, this just kind of broke down there from 270 to 260. Could get a double bottom there at 260. You would be up 6 cents, but this could be the beginning of its stair step down, right? The flush, the pop, and then flush again. On the 5-minute. I think it's just gonna go down here.
So the high there on NUWE was about 40.
I'm watching NUWE over 50. It's kind of holding that. Look at 39.
All green candles right now on the 5-minute chart, which is interesting because there's been a lot of selling. Needs to pull back on the 1 minute. So does it break out here? It's already pulled back to 37 on the bid.
Volume aspect of it.
High volume red candle because volume came up to that level but then pulled back.
I would like to take a starter here, but we're in a 1 minute pullback here. There's about 30 seconds.
So the low right now is 16. Let's see if 16 holds. It's back at this blue ascending support line.
Okay, I know the trade here is over 30, 27. Since we kind of get those pops, the curl, the pop, the dip, the pop, the dip.
I want to see if 16 is going to break. 416.
So this one we're gonna
So there's some
close.
selling at 17.
We're gonna close at. It's risky though. 430. That shouldn't be my first trade. So the high there was over 30. Yeah, I'm telling you, the trade over 30. We're about to close the 5 minute as a kind of topping tail. It didn't consolidate like this before, so don't like to see that. Trades over 30. The first high would be 25 and then 30.
Not sure.
Dip down 17, 18. It's consolidating. I don't like to see that. Yeah, look at that.
Dip trade for me at 4. So bought the dip there at 4. That's off of VWAP.
Interesting, Ross.
Small winner.
And the fact that it didn't break 4, I'm not too sure, Ross.
Watching again down here. So let's see what it does.
Not gonna rush. I mean, it was a good dip if we got it 15 cents, but with how much share size do you have? I don't know. It's not showing. Lucy breaking down BOF also. VCIG's dead. Where's Better Ross? Yeah, he was right. Dip there. So it's just that's one lesson. I think over 30 it goes.
So technically, first candle to make a new high is right there around 20. I'm still holding small
So
size at
there's
$4, but I only bought 3,000 shares on that dip, and I've already sold most of it. So another dip down here.
I don't know about that one, Ross. Cause it needs to get over 4. You're on a 5-minute pullback. You're on a 5-minute pullback, so here it could work being able to take cents off like that. Mm-mm. You know, knowing Ross, he's gonna get it. I've been watching the next 5-minute candle here. I think over 2025 it looks good. I'd be watching to see what it wants to do here. The high there was 06 and 15. Let's see what this 5 wants to do. Lucy breaking down BOF.
BOF,
Starting to
yeah, it
curl.
has room. Back up a little higher. So we'd want to see BOF break through 450.
50, yeah.
NUWE. Added on NUWE here for the squeeze through 420. I think that's a strong bounce coming back up. So now watching over 419. There's 422.
No, I think over
Holding
430.
1,500 shares.
Okay, I got sidetracked there. Yeah, I think the
New
pivot's
order
20.
430.
I've always thought it was 430.
Watching
Nah,
to see it if
if
it
it
can
dips.
firmly break through 420. So taking a little profit. It's not the most exciting break right now. High is 424. Leaving the order at 430.
Yeah, 3 green candles in a row there. A little bit of a topping tail.
Watching NUWE for a dip off of 4.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking that. It's kind of just trading against these confines now. 409, we've seen it dip harder at 390, so 408.
Yeah, it's not able to hold over 420. I'm flat for now on it.
Hmm.
So NUWE is kind of holding this 420 level. It's like above it right now, but then below it on the bid, 16, 17 on the bid, 19 on the ask. And then another dip.
Sellers lined up, they don't let it go
A
up.
lot of selling right now.
I mean, I don't even want to know if I take a dip here.
Dip for
407.
me there on NUWE. Trying to buy the dip to see if it pops back up to 20.
The way it's hesitating 11 and 10 right there.
So there's 14 on the ask.
I mean, you could have, but I don't
Now
think.
over 17, 18.
I don't think
I could
it.
look for an ad for the break through 420. Let's see what it does. We're up 40% right now.
I'm just gonna stick to the most obvious here. My trade's over
Taking a $30
430.
loss on it. It's not breaking.
It's trending, yeah. I told you right away.
Breakout or bailout.
So let's watch other stocks. Lucy, a little bit of curling there. BL5, VCIG, VCIG. How's VCIG looking? This one's kind of just still going sideways, and downward. Still in the confines of 365 and
All
432.
right, everyone. Good morning. So it's
And
just past 9 a.m. And this morning, for
broke
the
the
Day Trading
ascending.
Morning Show on YouTube, we've got a couple of gappers NUWE is up 37% right now. That's the chart that I've got up. I've traded it a couple times. It's got some candle wicks. It's got some upper wicks where it pops up and drops down, pops up, drops down, pops up, drops down. So right now it's just below volume weight average price. MACD is crossed against the trade.
Possible
It's
dip
tricky.
down here.
For a minute there, it looked like maybe it was going to break through 450, but that's a pretty good sell right there. That candle down to 380. You know, again, you could be interested in maybe doing dip trades, buying those dips for the pop back up, but
Some
I
risky
don't know.
stuff.
Right now, I'm gonna just see whether or not it just feels that it's easier to trade when something is strong. It's on the first leg higher, and right now this is in sort of this consolidation range. It's not clean. It's not easy. BOF earlier, this one had a nice move right here from $4 all the way up to $7. You know, those are the candles that I want to be trading. I missed that one, but that's really where I want to be trading, are those kind of moves. Trading it in these areas here, this is going to be more difficult.
Asking for a
It's
haircut.
crowded, it's consolidation, it's not breaking out. So BOF kind of off the radar right now. You know, it could get back up, but it's got to get back over 7 to really look interesting, and it's at $5.40. So we're a ways off of that level. NUWE, too choppy right now. Leading gapper, DICE, buyout, 38% gap. VCIG, this one popped up a little bit earlier as well. Nice
Calm
move,
down.
and then goes into the area where it's difficult to trade. So I want to see which stock comes into focus. BOF was in focus, and then NUWE took the spotlight. So now with NUWE maybe pulling back and not looking as clean, does another stock step up and take the spotlight? I'm not sure yet. Lucy earlier was up a bit. Pulled back a bit too much here. So kind of trying to figure out which one's going to be obvious. It is the Tuesday after a long weekend, so I sort of do have lower expectations, but you never know.
But what,
That was one of
Ross?
the reasons I didn't sit down too early today. I just sometimes Tuesday after a long weekend is the market's a little slow. So BOF popping up a little bit there. As you can see, so it just broke out of that range. It broke over 550, went up to 571, which is good, but it's still below volume weight average price. Can it break through VWAP? VWAP's at 583, so it's still right now 20 cents away from that level. I could see VWAP being resistance, so buying right now 12 cents below resistance. Sometimes I'll buy below VWAP if I think it's going to break through VWAP. It's a little bit of a riskier setup.
What's the volume in that? 50,000.
I would prefer to be trading, like I said, in these two kind of big green candles. Move where it's below VWAP coming back up. We sometimes get a nice break of VWAP setup, but it's not my favorite. So I don't know if it's one that I want to take the risk on right now. I also, for what it's worth, I only have a $374 cushion on the day. So I'm green, but I have a very small cushion. So until I build that cushion a little bit bigger, I have to be careful taking a lot of risk, because if I took, 10,000 shares of this right here, I could easily lose $2,000 on it. I could make $2 or $3,000 maybe, but I have to be thinking about the downside risk first. So I would have to trade it with smaller size, and then right below resistance feels a little too risky. So that's BOF right now. So that one's kind of on the side. Overall market, S&P 500. Friday was a red day, so the market pulled back a bit. And then this morning, we gapped down early pre-market. We've come back up a bit off that earlier gap, or or those earlier lows, but we're still gapping down. So right now, overall market, you know, a little bit of a headwind there.
I think 6 would be
Let's
a
see.
level to
Hang
watch
on one
here.
second.
We can break that. Lucy going sideways. VCIG. How's VCIG doing? Again, just kind of going sideways. I mean, sure, you could buy dips there. 68, VCIG. But it's below VWAP as
Okay,
well.
so thank you guys tuning in on YouTube for the morning show here. Appreciate you guys hitting the thumbs up. So is there anything you guys are looking at that maybe I missed? AI, I haven't been trading. It's got a nearly 100 million share float. I know some people have been trading it, but I don't usually try to day trade those. No, SPCE, wouldn't try day trade that either. You've got a higher flow, 230 million shares. Rivian, these aren't really stocks for day trading, to be honest. I mean, these are stocks that are more buy and hold. Trying to day trade these, you're going to get chopped up. I don't think you're going to find consistency day trading those on a regular basis. VCIG, yeah, this one was up earlier. It's below VWAP right now.
going
I don't know if
sideways.
it's going to be able to reclaim those levels. BOF, high, that candle was 74. So what we know about BOF is that it IPO'd on Friday, had a high day of 575. So we're kind of right at that 575 level just at the moment. Pre-market, it had a high of 7. So now this is an important spot. You've got 85 and 90. So I'm going to take a starter here at 96. And I'm taking a little profit as it breaks through 6 and now putting a new order at 610. So watching 610. Once we break through VWAP, to me, that's where it gets interesting. So watching right here, bought the dip at 603. Now looking there 610, taking a little profit off the table and holding smaller size. Average is 97. High is 611. New order is 615.
It's kind of.
So let's see what it does here. 2,500 share order, 615. Watching. Dip at $6. Bought right there on the dip at 6. Again, trying to buy these dips and then looking over 615 to see if it wants to squeeze up towards 620. So we've got 6 on the ask right now. I'm going flat at 98 for a 2-cent loss. It broke back over 6,
You
and
can
then
only
it came back
610.
to under 6. I don't love that. So now I think maybe it needs to retest VWAP and prove if it can hold these levels.
84.
So the reason you have volume coming in there is because that is the break of VWAP. I chased it a little bit, but I waited for the confirmation of the break. Now, if I had gotten in before the break, I would have gotten a better price, but I wouldn't have had confirmation that it's going to be able to break through that resistance level, which means the accuracy.
You know,
on the
the
trade
reason
would be
I
low.
didn't take that, I looked
So
at my
paying a higher
candles.
price for a trade, it's essentially you don't get as good of odds when you have a higher likelihood that it's going to work, right? The odds are better when you've got more risk, but I would rather take less risk. So taking less risk with higher odds, it just means that I've got
The
to
reason I didn't take that, we had three
trade
green
a little bit
candles in
more
a
and trade a bigger
row.
size to make more money, but I don't mind doing that.
It just didn't look, especially on the three green candles
Okay,
in a
so
row. That's
current high
15
is
minutes.
611.
84. What was the high there?
We've got 2.5 minutes left
95.
on this 5-minute candle. Reminder for those tuning in on YouTube for the morning show, you can see in the top corner of my
910
feed, you
missed
can see my
trade.
position right here, my position window. So if I'm in a position, you can see what my average cost is, and you can see
Missed
whether I'm up or down.
trade.
I don't share the time and sales while I'm trading because that
John
is technically
took
streaming
a
NASDAQ market data,
starter
which I pay
off
$100
the
a month for that data. Well, what is
EMA
it? What is it with
ended
Lightspeed? It's
up
$116 or $78. In
resolving
any case, if you
very well.
broadcast out that real-time market data, it would be like playing the football game on your stream for free. ESPN or whatever, they're not going to like that. So that's kind of one of the rules. You're not supposed to do that.
First,
Added right here now for the breakthrough 611.
I mean, that's not really
So when it comes
confirmation.
back up for this type of retest, I add back, and now I'm looking for the squeeze through 615. So pretty high volume, but see how it went red right there? So I had to stop out and I took the loss. Now it's all the way back down to 70. That's a high volume candle where it whips. It pops up and then it flushes down. So, that caught me. I thought we were going to get that resolution, but it ended up rejecting that level. So what was the high?
Heavy, rejected
What
it
it should
heavy.
have done is it should have squeezed through 611 and then it rejected. I bailed out as it dropped back down. I stopped out at 590. Look at that drop all the way down.
Wow.
See, this is the
It's,
problem, and this is what this one did earlier. For what
it's
it's worth,
bad.
is it had this really nice move and then it had this strong sell-off. So this is sort of par for the course for this stock. Disappointing. I went from green on it to red, but I'm sitting at $15 on the day. So,
For what it's worth, he's
I've
green.
got to be a little careful though because I could go red very easily now, right? I'm glad I bailed out where I did, but that's not great. So now you've got
I
a high
just
volume
saw it
rejection
there.
candle, and unfortunately, that sort of ruins the chart on this stock. So now the 5-minute chart's pretty much broken. And we have only 15 minutes to the opening bell. So with 15 minutes to the open, I don't know. I'm not sure that we're going to get something else that takes the place. We'll see.
Do you see?
Low of that candle was 48. So a 60-cent drop there from 611, 610 down to 48. One of the things that I try to be good at is just bailing out and cut the loss. It's a bummer to go from up 1200 to flat, but it's better than going from up 1200 to down 1200. So I just bail out, I let it go, and then I move on to the next one. NUWE, this one
I don't think no one's watching Lucy anymore.
below VWAP.
I saw Lucy. Uh, I saw VCIG. It's making lower lows. That's the thing. Look at this. Lower, lower, lower lows. 5-minute. It has a little bit of a topping tail. Topping tail. So nothing really obvious.
Hey David, good morning. So right now we don't have anything that's going straight up that's looking really exciting. We had a couple last week that were good. This morning you got a couple moves, but they were short-lived. Lucy, no. Problem is, these are all in consolidation. They're not breaking out.
Exactly.
QUOT 65 million share float. Both BOF and NUWE have been very whippy today. So, sort of, you can look at NUWE. This one went from 450 all the way down to like 350 and then came back up to 450. It's back at 380 right now. So we've
NUWE.
seen sort of big ranges, quick flushes. We don't have a ton of volume on anything today. A little bit of volume, but not a lot. Not as much as I'd like. About 11 minutes to the opening bell.
This on the Brickwood 4 could be interesting. But still has its ways to go here. You know, in my head I said NUWE it started getting above the 9 over here, it started curling, but then you have, on the 1 minute you have, how many green candles? We have 4 green candles in a row. Resistance there. I mean, if it can break 4 here, get up to 426. 426 would be a small little pivot. This kind of looks so interesting
Okay,
though,
so
but then
10 minutes to the opening bell.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Leading gapper,
5.
dice. It's a buyout. Second leader, NUWE, only 32%, currently below
Starting,
VWAP.
it's beginning to
Third leading
curl though.
gapper, VCIG, up
VCIIG, kind of going.
30%, below VWAP. Fourth leading gapper, BOF, below VWAP as well, right below VWAP, but it has that high volume red rejection candle.
So Lucy over
So, with
325.
that,
EF
it
over
doesn't
7,
look
VCG
like
over 450.
we've got a lot of great opportunities for this morning. I don't think that it's likely that we'll see breaking news within the next 10 minutes. So this is the gap scanner that we have for the day. As I said before, it's the Tuesday coming back after a long weekend. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to push it too hard. The fact is, if there was a stock that was really, really strong, I would trade it aggressively. There isn't one right now. So, BOF was the one that probably had the most potential, being that it's a recent IPO and had made a pretty nice move earlier. But at this point, with that candle, it doesn't look good. At the open, we'll see what volume is like. You would need green candles to exceed the volume of this candle here and to go over 611, 650, and 7. Could that happen? It could. But I would say it's right now a lower percent chance that it's going to happen. So that's BOF, VCIG. This one just doesn't look good to me. It's selling off too much. NUWE. It's tough with those upper candle wicks. I don't know. That one might be able to reclaim, but I don't think it'll be clean if it does.
Yeah. BOF. It'll have to, it's kind of... Oh my.
So coming into the open, I am flat, more or less. Green on one, red on the other. So nothing too exciting here today. A little bit of a short week. Hey Al, good morning. Anyone else see anything that looks good? Alright, well, about 3 minutes to the open. I'm green on UWE, red on BOS, up $15 on the morning. So it was up a little over 1,000,
What's the leading
1,200
gap?
kicked back.
VCIG.
That profit on BOS went from green to red
VCIG.
on it. So Now I would just want to see if anything holds up through the opening range between
VCIG over
now and
450.
11 and see if we get some good action. But I have to be careful because I don't want to go from green 1200 to red on the day. I know green 1200 is not a big green day for me. I still don't want to go from green to red. So I have to manage my risk, make sure I trade something that really looks good. And right now, I don't see anything that quite fits that. So I'm going to be patient, but I'll be back at it tomorrow. And
BOF.
hopefully we have a better looking gap scanner
So these are
tomorrow
the
morning.
two,
All right, so that's it
BOF
for
and
me for this morning. Good morning
VCIG.
show reminder for those on YouTube. Trading is risky. My results aren't typical. There's no guarantee you'll find success when you trade on your own or you learn from me. So manage your risk, take it slow, practice in a simulator, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
BOF really the trade's over 7 here. So I think that's the level to watch there. Here, if it can break 4 and 430, my trade's still over 430. And UWE just to have it, and UWE just to have it ready to go. 450 to trade here, the level to watch. NUWE over high pre-market 450 as well. Watch over 4. So I think the pivot there is 425. We'll have NUWE as well on watch. Should have levels drawn here. So VCIG, we'll have that there, and then we'll have BOF on this side. BOF kind of squeezing up there. BOF over $7. It's still at 6. It's not ideal. A little bit of a pivot there, 611.
All right, so coming into the open here, right now,
A little bit
lighter
of a
volume
topping
on
tail.
NUWE and BOF at the open.
VCIG is going sideways, 450. BOF, I honestly
So
think
BOF needs to break through 611, go to 625, 630. NUWE, I'm not sure about that one.
BOF 615.
So initially, high volume
Held
on this
there.
1 minute candle, high is 615 on
That's what
BOF.
615. But you see how I rejected that?
And there's the drop back down to 680, 580.
I mean, you're closer to a halt down rather than a halt up, right? VCIG over
NUWE, not
4.
set up quite right.
This one's the one with news, though. That's the thing. You could take a dip in the 80s. It's just very risky. Gee, Lucy popping up there. Lucy looks good over 3, so we'll pull up Lucy here. Lucy looked good over 3. Yeah, I'll put that shit away. BOF over 6 maybe, but
Nice job, David.
I guess that few. Definitely a geek with glasses. If it can crack here, 620.
BOF starter here for the breakthrough 615. So there's 619. 620. Holding just 155 shares left.
See, but then you're back.
Let's see if it goes through 620.
The high there was 620.
Watching for a dip. Dip at 79. Bought this dip. Now
Wow.
looking for the pop. There's 90.
Like, of course I look away.
So, recouped about $300 on that little whip, but it wasn't that clean. Feels like scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Look at that sell-off.
So now you see you've got these two red candles that match at the open, and then this one.
Maybe miss trade at 930. 930 move. Analyze it. The Mustang still always run out of gas. Now I'm in a race, just an RMBL. CXAI.
CXAI is a daily chart breakout. I'm not sure if there's any news on it. I don't see any.
Negative 90, right to 4.
10%.
CXAI.
Anyone see news on CXAI? Yeah, smart move, John. I feel like I want to try to see if I can make my way back up towards $1,000 on the day, which is where I was before I had the bigger loss on BOF, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
$12.50 is a daily. Gapping down. Lucy's gone down. Was it BOF? Also sold off. VCGI, VGCI. What was the ticker? VCIG. VCIG. CXAI kind of just popped up. Love to watch this for 50 on that. So I said Lucy over 323. That one sold off. He said you were 450. Over 4. What happened with NUWE? NUWE. This one sold off as well. That one's gapping down. I mean, relative volume is decent. No news. Oh, I missed a dip on VCIG. Look at that would have been a nice trade. VCIG there. I mean, the ad spot's right there.
Yeah, the thing with VCIG, I'll take a look at it, but I have a hard time trusting it at this point.
So, missed dip. Well, I didn't take missed dip, so have dip entries dialed missed dip 936 slash 938. I mean, here's the level to really watch is 450. Volume coming in there, 1 million shares. Which, you know, in turn is good to see. Maybe 420s, I have a level to watch. We just had a big green candle here. I think over 450.
I'm gonna wait to see if VCIG can actually start to
Hold.
pull away. Right now, it's just not exciting enough for me.
So it's holding 1. It's holding 4. We've had a nice green candle there from a high of, so 60, that's 40, that's 54. It's around 56 cents. So I could expect to see a pullback. The high there was 15. This 5 minute just closed, so we're in a 5 minute pullback. Let's see what this one does here. The high there was 415. We're in a 5 minute pullback. We'll see what it wants to do here. It's holding 4, which gives me confidence for if it breaks 10, goes to 11, goes to 15. Volume kicking in for 07. Gonna add there 415, 416. Oof. I'll hold here. What's my stop loss? Oh, I added too high here. I saw volume kick in, I just panicked, and there it is. So mistake there. What was the high there? Where we were in a 5 minute pullback. So the 5 minutes more valid. So added on a 5 minute pullback. not valid, comma, saw volume,
Yep, false breakout at VCIG.
kick in, and punched it. I don't really care. As long as I'm learning my lessons, man. So took a small little loss there. I should probably just cut it. I don't really care. It's $100 loss. It's fine. Comma. Had levels drawn out and didn't stay patient. So the trade here was really over 430. We'll see if it wants to break that. Does it have a hit? What's the history of the candle wicks? Look at that. Pop, pop, pop. Now with this one, pop. The trade here was breaks at 430. Break, oh shit. Break at 430. We'll see if it can hold and then break to 50 up to 5. That was really the trade.
It's just way too choppy. It's not, doesn't, none of this feels clean. Yeah, this is not interesting price action. Too choppy.
Kind of have this double top there. 14. See, on this last one, I added too high. It didn't hold VWAP. This one's actually holding VWAP. The Mustang, so around the gas, nominations. 394. Mm. You see why this trade worked though, right? This one, it came back. I shouldn't have added there. I should have waited for a pullback down to VWAP. It was already extended. It had to give it a nice squeeze. This one held VWAP. Look at that. Interesting. And it also.
CIG, it's like a grinder. You know, this price action, the rejection, then the move back up. This is not the clean first leg of a move. This is the choppy. I don't have any FOMO on missing this.
So now we entered a 5-minute pullback. Watch 9. So now we're in a 5-minute pullback, not trading it there. Not trading it here. I think the level to watch is 450. How much am I down? Ow. Why am I crashing? We're not even going to get the high there is 37. See, like the 1 minute is now broken. I don't like how it popped up there and came back down. Level to watch is 450 on this. Mi corazón. Bro, like, where does that shit get all these charts from, dog? Like, how the hell did he even find that? The high there was 30. You know, this actually looks pretty good. I thought it looked good there as it held and it started going higher.
Leaving on Friday.
I think 450, but we have to wait after that 5-minute pullback here. So as we wait for that, let's cycle through the stocks. BOF. Wow, that one got murdered. What was the other one? VCIG and NUEW. What was the other one?
Nice, Nick. That's awesome.
NUWE. Sold off. Lucy. The high there was 40. This one died. We'll see. We might get a dip down to VWAP.
You're welcome.
HK. We're kind of pulling back here, so. That's risky down here. What a bid. The ranges is so small. I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
Well, when I first started trading, there wasn't a lot of volume pre-market, so it wasn't really a thing. The volume was just so minimal pre-market. So it's a lot higher now than it was then. Just sitting tight right now.
Hesitated dip at hesitated dip at let's call it 955 slash 10. Let me get that squeeze, man. Nothing's looking good. 4%. I don't know. Looking at it, this one's kind of creeping up here, but that's because it went straight up and then straight down from a high of 1230. So this one might be a playoff. Looking for here. There was 440, I believe. 432. So I think it needs to break 440. I don't want to take that 32 risk. So it's kind of just churning here. Is there a 30%? Wasn't there a sale going on? I swear there was. Kind of just going sideways now. Needs to break the 30s.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. Listen, I just dropped some runs. Go watch them. Cause Lord, listen, I feel like, I went crazy. And I'm talking about passing and making shots, bro. Just ridiculous, bro. But XRM, Lord, y'all told me he played Josh. And I gotta watch it, J-Lord. Lord. Just beautiful basketball. Exquisite basketball. King of the court, let's get it, baby. Damn! Hit the like button. Patreon. Chill. God, he's just, game is just don't sleep on the Sunday, man. Why is pivot game so like button? Patreon. Chill. God, he's just beautiful basketball. Exquisite basketball.
You could take a flyer down here, the low, that was 407.
Impeccable. Are they playing? He playing for real? Was he playing for real right here? Nah, she ain't playing for real right there, man. He right here bad. Okay. That would have been nasty. XRL, baby. One of my favorite guys, man. Okay. That would have been nasty. XRL, baby.
BTDR. Oh, holy Jesus, 5.4, that's not interesting. What about every other stock that I was watching? Lucy. Wow. BOF. Wow. NUEW. NUWE. Wow, I mean, they all sold off. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day there as well.